seems new.
They only just integrated it. Hey.
I get 10 authority when that happens. It's not too bad.
I'm back.
I have a girl heir.
You want to get married?
I don't have enough authority to do the pragmatic sanction.
Disinherit.
She's kind of good though. 623.
No, disinherit.
I'm gonna have to fight the soon. Which is not the best news I've ever had.
These little shits are supporting my vassals' independence again, as I force them to become Protestant.
Little bastards.
Yep.
Oh, I still don't want to have to fight the Turks soon. Fuck me. I have 2 6-shot generals right now. What the fuck? What should I do for my next idea group? I've got humanist, offensive, diplomatic, quantity, maybe quality next.
Economic, maybe.
Economic could be good too. Is there anything you want me to do to Austria when I kick the shit out of them?
Yeah, release stuff. It's fine. I'm actually allied with it now, but weakening it is in my interest, sure.
Yep, cool. So I'm gonna take Südtirol and if I can, Gotz from them.
Yeah.
I have to decide my priorities are here though. It's a little tricky. So I also want to take these, what's it called, provinces. These Tuscan provinces. I don't know how to do that across a few wars. Let's see.
Oh.
What's going on? You okay, buddy?
I'm against Persia.
You formed? Congrats.
Big battle. And the Afghans just retreated.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just lagging behind.
Yeah.
See, I don't know what we're gonna do about the Ottomans though. Like, I keep growing and they just grow faster. It's fucked up.
Yep, it sounds like the Ottomans.
Alright, I'm gonna go deal with the Austrians and the Turks, I guess. Or the Austrians and the Tuscans. There we go. So maybe I should deal with France here. Pick up Provence. Maybe that's the way to do it. Brittany, Burgundy, Brabant. 39k. 27. Okay, I've got a bigger army. That's fine. You guys want to go fuck up the French then?
That's our national sport, fucking up the French.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Shizzle. Do you want to do this separately or as an alliance?
Yeah, we can do it separately. In fact, you can probably let me just fuck them up a bit first, so that you don't have to deal with too much bullshit.
You just say when. Say when. Just give me the whistle. Give me the bat whistle. I'll
I'm gonna finish building out my last army real quick, and then I'm ready to rock. I'm almost out of money. My army is getting very, very expensive. I guess advisors are too. I want the Provence trade thing. Grow an estuary. Maybe even Lyonnais if I'm feeling spicy. Alright. I'm declaring. Oh, he's got land tech 16. Alright, I'm declaring when I get land tech 16.
Okie doke.
No reason to jump the gun, right?
Oh. So Castile made a colonial company,
Mm-hmm.
and then. Oh wait, no, they didn't. The Indians came in and took a bunch of their colonies.
Right.
I thought it was a Castilian colonial company. I wonder why they had a weird color.
Well, you say that about all the colors, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So I tried fantasy football for the first time this year, like American style. What I realized is, holy shit, these guys are just injured constantly. What a terrible sport. Just like, oh, concussion here, concussion there, hamstring, concussion. Fuck.
It's just a terrible sport, to be honest.
Hmm.
It's not quite cricket.
It's not, is it?
No.
Hey, so do you guys want to hear my winter plans? It's gonna be the most bourgeois thing you'll have ever heard come out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna go snowboarding in the French Alps.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
What's wrong with the Italian Alps, Mac?
To be honest, Livigno was like booked out. I wanted to do that because that was cheaper and seemed more fun, but it was booked out, and I found a really good deal at Chamonix. So plus Mount Blanc, it'll be cool.
I'm jelly. I'm gonna do all
I
these
just want to know what you've got against the Italians.
I don't. I love the Italians. I love the Italians much more than I like the French, to be honest. If I had to choose between France and Italy, it would be Italy every single day of the week, just in general. I'm super indecisive about the French or the Italians. I'm just thinking about the money, and I'm looking at Provence, and I'm like, that's more money, so that's why I want to attack that. Alright. Time to put the maintenance up. So I have too much artillery. I'm matching my infantry right now.
That's fine for short engagements, but you want to.
Need it to siege the big forts down, though.
Well, I was just thinking.
I just built a shit ton in this most recent war, because the sieges have taken fucking years.
I mean, ideally, like if you're going to fight one battle and then leave, then maybe have like 1.2 times as much infantry. But you need to remember you need to bring infantry along to. Oh, what the fuck is 14 colonies doing? Oh god.
Alright, I got land tech 16.
Look at these. Look at they're at war with like a single one province minor.
And they're losing.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even have to pan over. I already knew what the was.
Alright, I'm gonna declare war
How did they
here.
do that? How did they do it?
War with France is coming.
Okay, do it now.
Just funny if you think about it, like they go to war, like just in real life history, just America just like goes to war with like one Indian tribe. Indians just come in, just kill all of the 13 colonies, just all of them, just every single colony taken over by the Indians.
Can we go 2-speed?
It's a fun, just a fun image for me.
Oh, Great Britain's at war with Portugal.
Hello.
Hello.
The Ottomans are pushing east again.
That's they'll do. They're just pushing in every fucking direction. Of course. Of course, the rest of the armies, all 57, no, all 60k show up in just like Eastern. This fucking game.
They have like 200k.
Yeah, I'm just killing Portugal a little bit to get the colonies off them. Just a teensy little bit.
Wow, look at this shit. And of course, as soon as I start showing up from out of the fog, where they won't be able to see me, they all start fleeing. Of course. Of course, it would be way too fair if they couldn't do that.
Of course they can see through the fog of war. I mean, like what? You want them to follow the same rules you do? It's ridiculous.
No, that's insane.
That's insane.
That's insane. I don't know what I was thinking. That was very stupid of me to even suggest such a thing. Oh, of course. And as I push France, they're all just randomly showing up in Italy wherever I leave a gap in the Alps.
Hey.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I need to see what you're saying. I need to tone down the artillery a little bit. Like go 10-6 instead of 8-8. Because I end up in situations where I just have less soldiers than I do artillery. Motherfucker. I hate this game sometimes, really. Losing battles basically for no reason. Just because of lag.
User joined your channel.
Hey,
Hey,
Hey, buddy.
so you be quiet, Mac. I'm here for Sid.
Hey, babe.
I don't really give a shit what you want.
Makes me sad.
I don't know, but you're telling me to be quiet when I said hello to you, which is an absurd way to behave, so.
I feel
You
like you
cannot
don't
talk
know me,
about-
Mac.
No, just because you behave absurdly does not mean you're excused in that behavior.
Oh, okay.
The norm does not equate acceptable, whatever. You understand what I'm trying to say?
How are
Like
you
your
talk
father.
How are you doing, Sid?
Great, babe. What's up?
I went home
Like
today.
how I said hello to
yesterday.
him and he didn't even acknowledge my,
Yeah, I guess at least I gotta yell.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm here for Sid. Kind of bullshit. Like you didn't get anything. And it's just like, hey.
Manchester didn't invite me to meeting Sid, so I feel hurt. And yeah,
I don't even
That's
really
right.
want to meet Sid. That's how I kind of feel about it. I'm a fucking asshole. Like, Sid's just been bothering me to, like, meet him in person. It's just like, it's been like a year he's been bothering me. I'm like, fuck, I have to meet this fucking asshole.
All I want is photos. That's what I'm excited for. Just all of the photos. If we can arrange that.
you have money, Mac. You should go too. It's true, right? You should go too.
I mean, I feel like because I'm upper middle class, you guys all view me as one of the Trump children.
Yeah, that's true, right?
It's like, I don't know if it quite works like that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't pay income tax, right?
I do. I pay lots of income tax. I'm one of the poor fuckers who are not rich enough to pay income tax, to not pay income tax. So instead, I just pay all the income tax. I'm one of that group.
So you're not rocking the 17% like Mitt Romney.
Exactly. No, I'm rocking like the 50%. That's where I'm at on income taxes.
Don't you love,
Sid
like,
doesn't
our
like taxes.
progressive tax system? So progressive.
Mm-hmm.
The way we tax capital gains. It doesn't like lead
It's
to
funny because-
permanently entrenched wealth or anything like that, or the birth of a new aristocracy.
I mean, yeah, the cap gains is one element of a much larger problem, though. I would not say cap gains to be the primary driver.
Well, it's,
Well, that
it's
was just the one
interesting
he
because
brought
the
up,
U.S.
so I just reiterated that
Okay, the
segment.
Commonwealth is pretty strong.
The U.S. has the the highest corporate tax rate in the Western world, but nobody actually pays it.
Yeah, so there's a difference between the nominal tax rate and the effect tax rate, right? That's
Well, we have a lot of
It actually
tax
depends.
loopholes
It
that
depends on what corporation you're referring to. Some pay actually pretty high, some pay very low.
sure. But the effective tax rate, I think, is something like 17%.
whereas we state it's 35%, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. In the UK, it's lower, 30%. That's fucking
Most
capital.
in all Western countries it's lower, but it's more a function of most Western countries don't have a tax code that's absolutely absurdly Byzantine and riddled with special interests.
That's true. I mean, I hear that companies in the U.S. pay like a shit ton of money towards just having all of their taxes filed correctly in the best way.
Yep. You know what? It's honestly so perverse. Like, the way the American tax system works is so fucking awful, right? Like, the way you have to pay taxes with the returns and all the complicated stuff. And part of the reason it stays so fucking awful is because an industry has grown around figure out how to pay your fucking taxes, and they successfully
Yeah.
lobby.
I
They
know, this is true.
successfully lobby.
This is true,
to
what he's saying.
keep
It's very
the
funny.
fucking code Byzantine. It's like, it's insane. It's government corruption. Like, what the fuck?
I think the word.
Sorry.
I think you call that the word you use is corruption. It's a good word. So that's. I think
Straight
that's.
up.
I think that's the word for it.
Oh, dude, it drives me nuts.
I like how smart
because
you
the
are.
worst part
Sometimes I just I forget, cause I don't know, I lose perspective, and then I remember, wow, this guy gets it. I like him. He's a good guy.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy.
But he's not a Marxist. Like, I don't get it. You know, if he gets it, then shouldn't he be a communist?
I mean, I think Marx had fair criticisms. I think his solutions were impractical.
I like his
That's what
view
we
of.
talked about,
I agree
and
with his
Sid
view
went
of
on
history,
and
but
said,
his
"No, you're
remedy
wrong."
to the problem is incorrect.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it will. I think it's also inevitable. We've talked about
I mean,
that.
summarize it in one sentence. Go on.
Communism will win.
No, it's a shitty summary.
Yeah.
No, actually, it's not a bad summary because his idea is kind of predicated on the summary of studying feudalism and how it kind of transformed in the Industrial Revolution, and the idea is that we won't maintain a system. Capitalism will eventually change, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All systems come to an end eventually, right? Including economic systems. But most people can't really even imagine a world that isn't governed by capitalism. Go
I'm a
on.
girl.
What?
No, I lost the emperor in the game.
Just
'cause
talking
I'm a
about his
girl.
daughter.
So Saxon is the emperor.
She's got good stats though.
She a boss.
Got
Alright,
6
so
admin.
why is Tuscany occupying the Pope?
Why not?
Well, because I want to occupy the Pope.
Oh, I thought you were concerned. As a
No,
Catholic.
no, I'm a Protestant. I'm Protestant Milan. All of northern Italy is Protestant. It's fucking beautiful.
That is disgusting. I
It's
need you.
deep bridges blue.
Do you know that reform doesn't exist? They popped up and then they were killed, so now we've got no reform people.
So, Sid,
Yeah, bae.
to your point,
Yeah, bae.
I think it's a stupid exercise to try and summarize any complex philosophy in one word, but to try,
But can you do it?
it would be...
The simpler
Wait,
the simpler the idea, the better it is.
I think that's a...
No,
I think
Yes.
it's an awful,
I think it's
awful idea.
ridiculous idea.
Keep it simple, stupid. Have you never heard
I
that?
think you need to go to college. This is the issue. You never went to college, Sid.
No, that's pretentious. I think the problem with it is that the universe is not that simple. So you can give things on very surface level.
But
Like, so look,
it actually is, because at the bottom of it, it's a very simple like set of rules, right?
all right, how about this? Here, ready? One simple sentence.
Okay.
Ownership rights to capital creates serfdom, comma, therefore the ownership of capital should be with the workers.
Mhm.
That would be the sentence for Marxism.
How do you define the workers?
People like you, Sid.
Yep.
Sid, you asked, no, you don't do this. You asked for one sentence. I gave you one sentence. You don't get to go into nuance and poke holes in it. That's nonsense. That's fucking nonsense to go like, oh, give me one sentence, and then like, oh, but wait, what does this
I
mean? What
think
does
Marx's
this mean?
ideas are very simple. It's like the powerful
I gotta be honest, it was a run on
prey
sentence, so I think you earned it.
on the powerless. It's very
Get fucked.
Sid.
Yeah.
Okay, here's Marx. The powerful prey on the powerless. There you go. That's Marxism. That's his view of history. That's true. It's accurate. There you go.
But that's not the definition of the system. That's a definition of
That's
critique.
what he says though, and that's true.
critique. Yeah.
But his theory, right, is that surplus labor, right? Oh, sorry, surplus value.
You're
should be
surplus
in the
labor.
hands of the proletariat because capitalists
I like you.
actually create their products.
Just so childish, but so brilliant at the same time.
Do you think that capitalists put in enough labor to justify their wealth? Ed?
That's a good question. I mean,
I like. Good.
there's two different kinds of like existing capital, in my opinion. There's the kind where they put in the initial investment, right, and then there's the kind where they've just been speculating on trends and they've basically snapped up
Right.
capital that way, right?
So a venture capitalists, right? You don't like them, is that what you're saying?
No, I don't mind.
Wait, hold on. Can you say that again, Top Hat?
No, I'm not
Please
gonna.
say it
I
one
said
more
it
time.
wrong. No,
Say it one more time.
no.
What are they? What are they called?
They're venture capitalists. That's what I said.
Alright, so you do know the correct way. Okay, that's fine then. I won't tease you too much. I thought you just didn't understand how to actually say it. Carry on. My
I
apologies.
mean, have you ever heard of that game? Come
Yes,
on,
Adventure
yeah.
Capitalist, yes.
Yeah, it's my fault.
It was still hilarious.
But no, I mean.
What do you say, adventure?
So answer the
Adventure
question.
capitalists,
Sid.
yeah.
Answer the question.
That's
Sid.
cute.
So,
Go on, Sid. Answer.
oh yeah. So no. Anyway, I think the kind of capital where they've put in the initial investment and they've done like hard work and then they're reaping like the rent effectively. I think that's more justifiable than just speculating and effectively just pulling money out of other people's labour.
I would say they're both plenty justifiable. I would say the non-justifiable one is...
Look at the Commonwealth Bibliothek.
I mean, the fundamental problem, though, is that if people can't work in their own self-interest, then they're not going to work, or at least they're not going to work efficiently. So how do you force people to work when they're not reaping a benefit from it?
Well, I think the argument that communists would give you is that they are reaping a benefit collectively, whereas sharing the wealth and resources grants, access to education, healthcare, etc., for no barrier, right?
I think all of these arguments suck. I think Sid has a fair criticism, which is that, yes, I don't think it's for workers, because I think that idea is nonsense. I think that if you optimize the society around the entrepreneur, it never works out because most people are not successful entrepreneurs, and most people who can be entrepreneurs already have a certain degree of financial freedom and success to be able to do so. But I think Sid's point around where is the incentive to take risk if you cannot reap the rewards, right? So investment is very difficult, and that is the big struggle with communism and socialism, where if you transfer ownership always to the workforce, there's no incentive to innovate or take risk or to put money down on something that's not guaranteed, because you're carrying all the risk.
Why the Soviet Union didn't go to space. They didn't innovate, right? They didn't reach the boundaries of science. That's a ridiculous statement.
No, it's not. There's no fine. Hold on. Let me put it this way. There's no free market innovation, and that's true. They would
Okay,
have to
sure.
all be state-run innovation, and I think we've seen a lot of
Okay,
benefits
yes.
out of free market innovation, and I think that it's kind of sucks to completely lose that. And also in terms of like entrepreneurial spirit, in the sense of like creating new industries, new jobs, new companies, new opportunities, that always has risk. Like if you ever worked in a startup or been in a startup environment, these guys basically are just burning money. Like they make no fucking money.
I think I have the solution to all of the economic problems on Earth.
Yeah.
Go on.
I think
We're
that
listening.
Mac should transfer all of his funds to me, and he should be my Ingalls, right? And I can sit in a coffee store, right, and smoke cigarettes and write a book about communism, and then we'll fix things, right?
The
Mac
one
just needs to be
problem
my
is
You would put like
benefactor.
vampires in it. It'd be very different from what Karl Marx.
You put a lot of vampires in it. That's great. I like that. That's funny as hell.
I don't know if you were here when Top had actually told about his book. I don't know if you were missing the
Does
extra
it have
layer to that.
vampires in it?
Yes,
'Cause that's amazing.
He actually wrote a book and it's about vampires.
That's amazing. That's the best thing that's ever happened. Can we do that from now on?
Yeah, no, you look at my communist manifesto and you're like, no, I don't want that. I want this.
Yes.
But no, the urban fantasy I wrote is pretty great. And
The urban fantasy.
Yeah,
What a urban fantasy. What does that mean? What is an urban fantasy?
have you ever read like Jim Butcher, right? So like
No.
the Custon Files.
No.
Okay, so you wouldn't really know what it is.
I have to confess, my taste in novels and literature is awful. I love bad books. I'm like, it's the one area where I'm just a total peasant.
Well, I mean, they're like really pulpy. They're like beach, you know what I mean?
I don't know, like I like James Clavell and like the Ken Follett books.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like historical fiction is pretty much all I read, and it's all not very great literature, but I just enjoy it so much.
Yeah, I mean, I can sympathize. I read a lot of historical fiction that is written poorly, but it's just good because I like the subject material, you know?
Yeah, I agree there.
Sid, what do you read?
I'm reading a book right now called The Casual Vacancy, and it's about a fictional town in Somerset, and one of the Labour councillors dies, and then there's like a power struggle between the...
Isn't that the what's it called? The fucking Harry Potter girl?
Yeah, that's right, J.K. Rowling.
Was that sexist? I don't know if that was sexist. That might have been sexist.
No, you're fine, honey. You're great. You're a
Good.
bastion of progressive.
I read
sweetie.
stories about Sid and his extendable penis.
Hey.
I would read stories about Sid and his extendable penis.
Hey.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
It's like Mr. Clean from the commercial. You like stretch it out and reach anywhere.
I love it. I love it.
I have 100 entities, legitimacy, and power projection.
Oh, who got global trade? Hey, London. Yes.
God damn it. No one asked for
Nice.
you, London.
Lugdenum.
No one likes you, London.
Lugdenum.
Look at all of Europe is getting global trade, though. Jesus.
I guess Sid and his
I'm
just
not.
uncontested colonialism.
I know, isn't that a beautiful life for him?
It's kind of disgusting.
I'm not-
I like how he doesn't share it either. This fucking piece of shit.
Do you like my colony names? Have you noticed them?
I have not yet.
Can you name a colony after me? Can you at least do that?
Sure. I'm gonna name a colony after you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Is
be
there
an
a colony
asshole.
named after me
It's
yet?
gonna be-
No.
It's gonna be a dick.
Of course, it's Sid. What was you expecting something
So
different?
he's named one the Falklands, New Gascony, New Ireland, the 14 colonies.
Yeah.
New North Wales.
I see England and Africa.
Hey, Sid.
Mhm.
What do you think about that Argentine sub going missing? It's a
Spooky.
damn shame, isn't it?
It's spooky, man.
Sid can't speak about this by order of the British state.
Right, who wants a colony named after them?
I do, obviously.
Me.
Well, the first one to send me a small gift gets the colony.
I sent you an insult.
You fucker. I'm trying to do that. There, I found the insult.
Okay, well then Mach is getting it.
I'm trying to. I also can't find gift giving. Well, I can't give gifts because I'm in debt, and I'm whatever. I would have done it. I'm in
up
debt.
in
And in a
2,000
loan.
Why don't you
buckets
give him
now.
a gift? What's wrong with you? He's like,
I don't know.
He's like evil.
I'm Milan.
It's
Like I don't care.
it's like giving money to Satan. It's like,
Look, I'm upper middle class and I'm playing a rich country, so my sense of responsibility with money is just out the window.
Well, you know what? In honor of your ongoing drug addiction, I've named Colombia after you.
I love that. Actually, that's perfect. Can we keep that a thing?
Machiavelli.
Sid, listen, you can't be addicted to cocaine.
Go on.
Yeah, I'm
No,
curious where this is
that's all
going
I
to.
have.
Just like,
That's
go
it? That's all you got? I thought there was more to this story.
Tell
I was
me
like,
more.
I was excited. Yeah.
Interested. I want more.
Go on.
It's less addictive chemically than most drugs.
Cocaine?
Caffeine. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, chemically speaking, it's habit forming. It is habit forming, you know.
Like, as someone who's done a lot of cocaine, it is habit for. I guess I get that. Like, if I don't do it for a while, I don't feel any need for it. Like I'm just
right.
like, "Bah."
Unlike nicotine, like think about nicotine,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I am thoroughly addicted to nicotine, for sure.
I'm not even addicted to nicotine, you know. Like, I smoke when I'm at work, but then I don't feel any need for it when I'm at home, so I just sort of sit here.
But if you quit smoking,
Since
you
I
get
was a
it.
teenager, I've smoked cigarettes on and off, and I've never gotten addicted to nicotine.
Mm-hmm.
I've also never and I smoke cigarette because I do kind of enjoy the experience of smoking, but I've never gotten tobacco. Like, this is one of my things, like, that I always like ask people. Like, I don't get smoking as like a thing, like, because it doesn't do anything, you know, like.
It's a dopamine hit. It's the idea.
No, it doesn't. It isn't though, because you don't feel anything. Like,
well, chemically, that's what it is.
I don't feel any fucking dopamine when I fucking smoke a cigarette. I feel
I
nothing.
read a really interesting article about drinking and smoking, and your memory, your mind forms connections between smoking a cigarette and drinking. So if you have like a couple drinks, your muscle memory, not your muscle memory, but you get the idea, you'll have a memory connection to want to go and smoke. And that's why you feel the desire to smoke more often when you're imbibing alcohol, which I found
Yeah,
interesting.
I feel that.
Okay. Fair
Where'd the Pope go? Because he's not in Rome anymore, motherfuckers.
He's I don't know if he exists. I don't think there are no Catholic.
I just had war with him like a minute ago.
If you occupy
Oh, yes.
Rome, do you get revolts or bad events?
No, if you're
The
Protestant.
modifier that penalizes you. If you're Protestant,
if
you
you're
get a
Protestant.
bonus. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea. It's like, yeah, if you're Catholic, it's a problem. If you're Protestant, you're like, yeah, motherfuckers, we killed the Pope, nigga. We killed the Pope, nigga. You do a little dance. That's what I'm imagining my current Duke of Milan doing. Or whatever I am, not a Duke. Bro of Milan.
If
I've
you,
been playing
if
Dwarf
you
Fortress recently.
hypothetically created a bishopric in America, could the Pope move there?
I don't know. Nigga, I don't know.
I mean, it's interesting because I did a Catholic funeral service today for my grandmother, and I remembered that Catholicism is really kind of pagan. I don't know. We do a lot of call and response when we're praying, and it's kind of weird. I don't know. Like, have you ever gone to like a church that isn't Catholic? Like,
What am I going to do with the Ottomans?
Yeah, what do we do about the Ottomans? I agree with that statement.
You let
They
them
have
get big.
42k there,
Can I play
and
the Ottomans?
32k there, and 42k in Cairo.
I'll play the Ottomans.
Oh, you want?
So they have 155k, and I've got 100k.
I have 40k.
Oh my god. I know I don't like put it on the microphone, but I literally cannot stop coughing. This is like the worst feeling ever.
I'm sorry,
It's
honey.
not a good time.
No,
It sounds not
He
great.
calls people
I'm
honey
not
too.
getting laid
It's
tonight
not
either.
gay.
It's like
What
two
are you
bad
talking about?
things at the same time.
What are we talking
Not
about
that far away
gayness
from
for?
Top Hat, are you?
What are you on about?
Sid was making
Manchester
fun of me
gonna
for
bang
calling
Top Hat?
Manchester a hun.
Yeah, but I'm also one of these people who can pull off saying nonsense.
What's up?
I mean, also, I think
Am I
that
out of
Mac,
sync from you guys?
Mac.
Oh, this is weird.
On the.
I am a hun. Yeah.
I think you're fine.
I think your audio is delayed for days.
I think so. Yeah.
Endo for weeks. What?
I've seen a picture of you. You look a little effeminate. You're very
Fucking
attractive, but you look a
adorable.
little
That's what he
effeminate.
is. I think that's what you're getting at. Beautiful, man.
I've never had someone be like, "Oh, you're gay." I've had someone. Well, so I've been in situations where someone's checked, but I've never like had someone be like, "Oh, I totally thought you were gay." You know what I mean? So it's like kind of in
Happens to
between.
me all the time.
Well,
I've
aren't you
seen
gay?
Sid, I've seen Top Hat, and I've seen Joe.
Yeah. Are they all gay?
I wouldn't bang any of them.
All right. I mean, I've seen you too, honey. So
He's
you're not
still
my
he's
type.
still holding out for me apparently. He's like, well, wait on that Sid and see what he's like. Yeah.
I would fornicate with Sid's voice, but not with Sid himself.
Hey.
I would have like phone sex with Sid. If I didn't,
It's
the actual
okay,
body,
yeah.
not so much.
I understand that.
Sorry, Sid. That was probably hurtful. I
It's okay.
I send you my condolences for your sad, ugly body. Sorry.
I mean, Mac is the only attractive, wealthy person here, so
What's up, guys?
it's great we have Mac here, isn't it, guys?
That's what I'm
But you
here
really
for.
are gay, aren't you, Top Hat?
He
I'm
is.
not gay. I sleep with men and I sleep with women, and I cross-dress sometimes, and I do drag shows, but I'm definitely not gay.
How's the PTSD?
What? No, that's not how that is not how that works, man.
How's the PTSD, Top Hat?
Is
it good?
Was it gay?
That is not how that works.
Developing
People do not
Coping
become
skills.
bisexual because they have PTSD.
I'm mostly just enjoying listening to you argue, so continue. Ah, motherfucker!
I'd have sex with Mac, though.
Thanks, buddy. I'm glad to hear that. I like that. Dude, you know, anytime anyone says they're down to have sex with me, I'm just flattered. So I'm always like, thank you. It's like female colleagues,
But
sure.
shall we address the real question here, which is the Ottomans?
Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I need to finish killing Italy.
Let me play the Ottomans, and within 50 years, they'll be
You'll have
broken.
broken. That's true. That's true. You will break that way.
That's
No
not
matter
true,
how
but it would
powerful.
also end with the outcome of the breaking of several player countries around you.
Also true. Oh, so Austria has the junior partner of Prussia. Oh, but that's that Prussia. Oh, there's a OPM Prussia that exists. That's the junior
is that a
partner
thing?
of Austria.
That's, wow.
That's the most annoying thing
That's
I've
the
ever
weirdest
seen.
thing I've ever seen.
Oh, I have to help you kill the Commonwealth at some point, don't I?
Yeah.
We should use the Commonwealth against the Ottomans.
We should. I would like that. Jesus Christ, look at that fucking thing. Look
Well,
at that
they're
fucking
historic enemies.
Commonwealth. Look at the size of it. That is outrageous.
So,
Nice.
So large and pink.
It's like all
It's
of.
got a nice shape to it.
It's like if you took
kinda
that
protruding.
landmass and pulled it down, it would be like France, Germany, and northern Italy. Jesus.
Disappointing
Put
you
his
gave
time-
up on our phallic thing we were doing.
Oh, I didn't even catch the
I
phallic
thought
thing.
I thought you were gonna go further with it, like take it to a new
No,
place.
I didn't even. I was
Didn't-
so. I was.
Didn't even I'm just
was
so amazed with
honestly-
the size of
yeah.
it. You just
I really was.
Yeah.
I really was. I was just so amazed with the
Taken
size of that
aback.
giant pink thing that I didn't even register the phallic references. I
Hey
was like,
Mac, by the time you're done with Italy, they're gonna have like the entire Middle East.
yeah, I don't know what to do about it though. Like, I've got the biggest army, sure.
Listen, it's fine.
Listen.
When we get to this point, we'll take care of it. It'll be fine.
When we have to deal with it, we will. I mean, don't they get like modifiers or something? You know, sick man of Europe? No,
I think
no.
we're
like,
supposed
this,
to, yeah.
this is their high
Janissary
point, right?
decadence. Yeah, this is the high point.
This is their high water mark. Early to mid 1600s. After that, it's all downhill. Just don't forget. We'll get there. So I want to change.
Good news.
Yeah.
Prussian Glory just came on my soundtrack, so it's going to be a good time for Manchester to attack Poland now.
No. No.
No, this is auspicious. Do it.
No. See, this is what you do, Sid. You tempt me with these appealing images of glory.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
These beautiful loans for 4,000 ducats. I don't
Yeah,
read.
those are the two
I don't
rivals.
read.
Commonwealth
I don't
and
read
Great
all
Britain.
the disclosure agreement, and I just click accept.
And now they're cleaning up the Mamluks.
It's okay. This is the high water mark for these people.
Hey, can I play the Ottomans?
No.
Anyone want to disagree with Mac?
No.
I think it would
You-
be
you don't
funny.
speak
I think
for
you would all
everyone.
separate the game, so I'm gonna have to say no.
It would be funny though. You'll give
It
me
would.
that.
It would be totally funny. Yeah.
Here's the best news about this, though, is that Manchester holds the veto.
The Commonwealth is now an
is
Eastern
true. I
Transcript.
Wait a
do.
minute.
Well,
I do.
Manchester's.
I do possess autocratic power in this case,
Mac.
and I do hate you.
But wait a minute. Let's think about the fact that other game I did not break.
I
didn't
know.
break
I am.
that
See,
game.
I am a fair. I am a fair ruler.
But no, it's fine. I mean, I'm actually going out tonight with some friends.
Dude, that
so-
was amazing. I do possess autocratic power in this case, and I do hate you. That was such a good sentence.
Oh, thank
But-
you. I'm
but-
flattered.
in the future,
I'm
Manchester.
flattered that I pleased you.
In the future, Manchester, I
It's
do
true.
have
You
an
did.
opportunity.
You did last for 3 hours without destroying
I
the
didn't
game.
fuck anything up. I did
It's-
not fuck
it's
anything
true.
up.
Because you
For
have
3
one.
hours.
You have one positive in your favor now.
Yeah,
And
Mac.
this
Yeah,
what,
you listen
like-
to that, Mac.
Yeah, in these like 400-hour whatever it is campaigns, and in which every case prior you have shat the fucking bed. This one time you held up 3 hours worth of your end of the bargain,
Oh,
and that
it's
is
because-
supposed to be a convincing argument. It is a long road to redemption, my friend, and
Mac.
you are very early on it. You're on it.
It's great because we debated about it for probably 20 minutes before I was actually allowed to join the lobby.
true, yeah.
It took 20 minutes to convince people for me to be able to join.
Oh, I remember that was with the guys. That's right.
Yeah.
And it
Danes.
was so
The
it was so
Swedes.
cute. Fucking
Yeah.
Sahara was like, I don't want to believe you're as terrible as they make you out to be.
Sahara is, by the way, if you've spoken to him recently, he is now firmly in the anti-top hat
is that the
category.
one? Who,
I don't know
Is
what
that
he.
the one
I don't
where-
know what he did. He was trying to like tell me like what Top Hat did. Apparently they were supposed to play like a game, and he made Sahara's wait for like 4 hours, and
Yeah,
then
we were supposed
he
to
like
play
left,
Dominions.
and he got really angry at Top
Well,
Hat.
Dominions is not EU4. Let me just point that out, everybody.
we-
Technicality here, all right?
We were trying to play Dominions basically, and he took about 3 hours to get fucking ready. And then when we finally got everything sorted after 3 hours of hard waiting and fiddling, he said, "Oh, I can't really play this now, guys," and then left.
Sounds
we were
like
like,
Top
we were
Hat.
like, "Oh, okay, righto."
It was 2 a.m. in the morning. I had work.
But you shouldn't have committed to having everyone wait for you. That's the problem.
You know, Sid actually like zipped up his game a couple times and let me fire it
Uh-huh.
up. Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? What? Why are you even
It's
mentioning
me
that?
talking about things right
I
now in
like
my
Top
mouth,
Hat. I'm
making
glad
noise,
he's here.
Mach.
I enjoy him. I just don't want him in the game, but I enjoy him nonetheless.
On like a purely theoretical level?
I don't know. There's an adjective here to describe my relationship with him.
Stockholm syndrome.
I don't know.
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I'll be back.
But no, Manchester often talks about how he misses me.
It's true. I want to gently caress you.
Sid doesn't miss me. Because I'm always there for you, Sid, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
It's like an abusive relationship. I'm happy Mac is back, though. Back in the saddle. You know, there was a long period where we didn't see Mac at
He's
all.
gonna disappear again, so he always does. Just vanishes. Reappears years later. Slightly changed.
More cocaine off of Hooker's ass. He comes back and he's like, I've seen the world and now I'm a banker at GB. And then later that year, right, he comes back and he's like, now I work at Riot Games. And we're like, oh, all right, fuck you and your money.
Yeah, I wish I had money.
I mean, actually, now that I think about it, now that we think about hotness, I would definitely rate it as Mac, me, Manchester, Sid, Pav.
Playing a dangerous
Actually, it
game
might be
here,
a toss-up
Top
between
Hat.
Pav and Sid. Sorry, what, Manchester?
Playing a dangerous game here, Top Hat.
It's a true statement. But no, I mean, Manchester's a perfectly adequate human being. You know, aesthetic-wise. He's got a nice beard.
He's pretty
Look
handsome.
at his beard is nice.
I'd say I think I'm more handsome than anyone here, to be honest.
But not Matt. What?
That's
No,
a
not
brag.
Matt.
No, I'm cuter than he is, I think. It's actually true, though.
When I first saw a picture of you, I was pleasantly surprised. It's not, I won't lie. Well, because I just seen Sid's picture.
Hey.
I don't
You know how many
mean to-
years it took us to get that picture of Sid? Like, it took us
Yeah.
literally years.
I mean, he gave me a work picture, and he pointed at he pointed out one of the women, and he's like, "She's a slut," and I'm like, "All right." In the work photo.
And he was mad because she's a slut, but still doesn't fuck him. Just makes him mad.
Oh, that's me.
Basically.
I mean, I basically,
let's not
I
be
can
mean to
connect
me.
with that too, personally. No judgment zone.
I've shown you guys pictures of me in fishnets, haven't I? I've shown Sid.
I wish you hadn't.
I don't want to see those pictures.
You don't want to? No, that's fair. Mac found my OkCupid dating profile and giggled himself to death.
Yeah, I remember. He shared it. Oh, I think I found it, and then I shared it with him.
What were you doing, trolling my OkCupid
I have no
profile?
idea. This was like years. I don't know how I even found it. I just
was
discovered
quite a
you
few years
somehow.
ago, yeah. I was still in college in the dorms, and you were like, "Hey, I found your thing," and I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." I had more sex when I was in the dorms.
I doubt it.
Pav, I've seen your face, Pav. Don't do this to me. Are you still working security on that oil rig?
I was on land. I worked at Halliburton, but no, that's 6 years ago.
Halliburton, Jesus Christ! You worked for literally one of the worst companies in America, like up there with what is it, Blackwater? Is that the name of it?
Blackwater.
The PMC company. Sorry, what?
Blackwater mercenaries.
Yeah, that's them. Like Halliburton is like on par with them. They've got their grips into the Middle Eastern conflict since the Gulf War.
Yep.
Italian ideas are also actually pretty good.
I mean, it's a hard call because the Milanese. I think the Milanese are my favorite, But if you rock Italian, you get like 50% improved relations, which is like stunningly good. If you just want to blob and expand, but I
You
don't know.
also got
I mean, if you already have
Italian.
benevolence and you've got good prestige, it kind of is a little redundant because you're conquering
No, I
on
mean,
different sides. But I don't know.
Hey,
it keeps scaling. The other thing is you get better global trade power. You get better infantry combat ability. You get 20%. Yeah, you get better tax modifier. You still get the yearly prestige. So like the differences are, and you get -4 creation for core creation. So what you do lose though is the development cost and the idea cost and the tech cost,
Yeah.
which are all really nice. So that's I
So
think to me the biggest thing.
Shuggy's a big fan of the Italian ideas. I like Milanese more though myself. Shuggy's
Manchester
better
said
at
he
the
was
game
cuter
than
than
me,
you,
though.
Mac.
You also get more manpower. It's tough. It's like really, it's like because also like for me in the way I'm building my army is the the mercenary maintenance is really nice.
Hello, Top Hat.
Maybe what I do is I go like administrative and then take Italy. I think I probably want to wait. So like I want to do maybe one more idea group before I change.
Okay.
Like so if
I
I
wonder if I
can
can teach you anything, Top. What can I teach you, Top Hat? Give me something to teach
I'm
you.
talking to Manchester on Steam right now.
See, this is like there are certain tropes like that each person like does when you talk to them on the computer. Like Sid will just like a Steam message from Sid is just it doesn't even say it, it's just a weird image. It's a link.
It is.
It's just a link.
It's just a bizarre link on 4chan.
And then Top Hat, it's the same thing, but different. It's like, hey Manchester. It's like every communication begins with him that exact same way, and it's like, okay, God, what the fuck is he gonna say now?
I told him that teaching is his calling and not to give up.
what is the trope when it comes to talking to me?
I don't
Well,
know.
you don't respond, Mac. You're not. You're never
I
here.
didn't think the joke that far through.
I'm just curious.
You don't see that's the thing that like you don't have like a weird like annoying personality trait like the others. Like so I can't give you while you're just like a normal person. Like I write you and you like write back like an ordinary human being.
And if I miss you, I apologize later. I'm like, oh hey, sorry I missed you.
What a weirdo.
This piece of shit. I have so many things I need to kill.